where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you.
Hit it.
Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the bliss out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning, Unity Renaissance. Let's all stand up for our opening song and feel the grace of God.
Sometimes we drift into the night like helpless sheep without a shepherd. And then it comes, we find the light, the love that brings us all together. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. We wander off, we disbelieve the love of God that lives in you and me. Harassed and torn by earthly greed, we seek the spirit that will set us free. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life.
All right, let's hear
it. There's not a place where we can go where God is not already waiting there. From mountain high to valley low, the miracle of love is everywhere. The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life.
one more time.
The grace of God, the face of God, the place of God is in my life. God is in my life. He's in my life. God is in my life.
Good job, y'all.
Wow, what a way to start the morning. Well, good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Live at Unity Renaissance. And welcome to the Zoom people and the Facebook people. My name is Ardell McCoy. I am the ministerial host today as our beloved Reverend Paula is on sabbatical. And so she's always leaving us in good hands. And today we have Reverend Marge Brown. And let me just tell you a little bit about her. Reverend Brown has served in 3 Unity churches. She is a healer and is a certified soul realignment practitioner. Soul realignment is about clearing what is in the way and realigning the soul back to its original divine soul blueprint, allowing one to live fully from their divinity. Her alternative is Unity Ministry at unity@margebrown2020.org has recently been approved by the Unity Worldwide Ministry. So kudos to Reverend Brown. And Reverend Brown is passionate about truth and our unity teachings. So we will be hearing from her, and she has a powerful message, I'm sure, and it's regarding fearlessness. So I'm looking forward to that.
Let's welcome you.
So, unity is a positive, progressive approach to Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus, who is here on this plane of expression to show his divine potential, and he sought to teach others that we too have the same divine potential. So whatever Jesus did, we can do too, except he knew it and we don't. But we're learning, because that's why we're here, okay? We are also blessed to be one of the most diverse, inclusive communities around. And I'm grateful to be a part of that. Everyone is welcome here at Unity. So that is a good thing. So after all of that, let's get started. You will join me in activated consciousness as we recite our vision statement. Together, seriously awakening world, living in peace, love, and outside of a vision, we have a mission that we try to fulfill, and that is, we transform lives that transform the world. And so, if you will join with me in a moment of opening prayer for this wonderful service, get comfortable in your seat, close your eyes or soften, whatever is comfortable. I am grateful, and today I feel grateful for waking up this morning and being in this illustrious place called Unity Renaissance. I am grateful for our leader, our beautiful minister, Reverend Paula, who brings forth the message, who has expanded this church. I am grateful for our house band, who rocks. I am grateful for the hospitality committee. I'm grateful for the ushers. I am grateful for the bookstore, who keeps us updated on all of the books that are here to bring us a higher consciousness. I'm grateful for everyone that volunteers to serve in any of the ministries here at Unity. And I'm grateful to know that there is only one life, and that is God. And that is my life, that is your life. That is the only life. In the beginning was God and nothing else. There's no opposite. There's nothing to challenge it. It is only God expressing itself uniquely as each and every one of us. And that is why we are a diverse community. That's why we're an inclusive community, because we see and know God. Our vision statement says the divine in me sees the divine in you, and that spreads out to the community, to the planet. That is who we are, and I am grateful to be a part of it. I bless this service knowing that it unfolds in the most glorious way. I am grateful that Reverend Marge said yes to the call to come and share her knowledge and her awareness with this beloved community today. Grateful that all that is here, right here and right now, each one of us shot from the mind of God into this wonderful expression that we carry with us daily. I'm just grateful today. So I'll end it right there saying, and so it is. Amen.
Yeah. If you trust in God, let's stand up. 2, 3, 4. We're going to be grateful, Ardell. Here we go.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God.
Now that you know it, sing along with us.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm surrender, I surrender, I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender, I am one in the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender, I trust in God.
I'm about to be joyful here. Let's put our hands together right there. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2.
I'm joyful, so joyful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm joyful, so joyful. I trust in God. I'm joyful, so joyful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm joyful, so joyful. I trust in God.
All right.
Together, please look at your partner, the person next to you, and recite the divinity salute, the divinity.
All right, let's be thankful again. Ready? Here we go.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm joyful, so joyful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm joyful, so joyful. I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God.
Great job, you guys. Thank you. Here's Heidi.
Wow, what incredible energy, man. For all of you out there in virtual land, I hope you can feel it, man, because this room is just full of electricity and energy and just amazingness. So thanks to everyone who's here, everyone who's out there watching and sending your energy and just multiplying it so we really can transform lives that are transforming the world. I know I feel transformed right now. It's just so awesome to be here. So hi everybody. I'm Heidi Kohlberg. I'm an enthusiastic, member of Unity Renaissance, and it is an incredible pleasure to be here with each and every one of you today. So let's go into our daily word. Our word for today is protected. And would you please join me in our affirmation? Through my oneness with God, I feel protected. Sometimes I feel at the mercy of a challenging, tumultuous world I cannot control. This is never true. Even though the chaos of the world may swirl around me, at the center of my being is a place of perfect peace and calm. Whenever I am in need of a safe refuge, I turn to God within to reach this place of tranquility and reclaim my feeling of security and protection. The sun always rises after the longest, darkest night. I remind myself of this truth and feel grateful as I allow the light of spiritual understanding to release and reclaim whatever power I may have unwittingly given to fear-based thought. Fully in tune with the divine presence within me, I move safely and confidently through every challenging circumstance. And this reading was inspired by our scripture verse from 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. So speaking of prayer, like we just did and had amazing prayer from Ardell. Speaking of prayer, we have prayer support and a prayer chaplain here in the building to support you. After the service, you can find him in the narthex. Sam, would you please stand? So, Sam's here! So for, in prayer for celebration challenges, really magnifying the spirit within. Sam's amazing, as are all of our, prayer chaplains. You can also, if you're not here in person, or if you're not able to access, our amazing resources today in person, you can fill out a prayer request out in the narthex, or you can also put in a prayer request online. So, and now, would you please stand and join me in our Lord's Psalm?
Holy Creator, we praise your name. Your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness guide our way. Lead us away from temptation's hold. Deliver us, Lord, into your fold. For all the kingdom, power and praise, with you began and with you stays. Holy Creator,
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we have also forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
For all the kingdom, power and praise, with you began and with you stays. Amen. Please be seated. I'm a fearless flyer, I'm a wind rider, I am all I need to be. In the pouring rain of a hurricane, I am flying fearlessly. I am the rose of winter, blooming in the snow, reaching for for the sky above from the earth below, growing from a tiny seed, awakening these dreams, believing in the miracle of spring. I'm a fearless flyer, I'm a wind rider, I am all I need to be. In the pouring rain of a hurricane, I am flying fearlessly. Standing on a mountaintop, I take a leap of faith, knowing it's the moment that cannot wait, rolling with the changing current, dancing with the breeze, as inspiration carries me where my soul's meant to be. I'm a fearless flyer, I'm a wind rider, I am all I need to be. In the pouring rain of a hurricane, I am flying fearlessly. Here in the silence, the shadows grow long, just like the shining sun. I'm rising with the dawn. I'm a fearless flyer, I'm a wind rider, I am all I need to be. In the pouring rain of a hurricane, I am flying fearlessly. I'm a fearless flyer, I'm a wind rider, I am all I need to be. In the pouring rain of a hurricane, I am flying fearlessly. I am flying fearlessly.
That's Nick Hill, everybody. Give him a hand.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. You have such a lovely place. And thanks for being here and making meeting in spiritual community part of your priority in your life. That's important. So I can tell the topic is the right one, fearlessness. So we all have heard all the definitions of fear. And we need to look at a little bit about how fear affects people differently. You know, it really does. Some people just freeze up. They seem to just can't move. Some people can't speak. Some people react right away instead of thinking things through. Others go into a depression and they just kind of go into a funk because they feel helpless. And some people feel fear and they start worrying and they just can't seem to let it go. Some people eat more when they're fearful. Some people can't eat. I remember a number of years ago, one of my nieces was having her first child, and she had some kind of, one of these detailed tests, and it said, oh, your child has this 1 in 10,000 chance of this, some kind of cellular thing. And I was like, 1 in 10,000, and she was really worried about it. And I said, okay, it's 1 in 10,000, so give yourself 5 minutes of worry every day. Set your phone alarm and worry from 12 o'clock to 12:05, and that's it.
And so some people are more prone to worrying than others, aren't they? It seems to me it's how you grew up, and if you grew up with worrying parents or a worrying grandparent, you tend to have more of a tendency to worry. Give yourself, it really works, because your mind and your body say, oh, okay, I know I have that time set aside and I can do it. Certainly, when we're fearful, there's some good reasons we're fearful. You know, what happens when the first time your child has to get stitches, or the first time you lose a new pet? You just kind of really feel it. And, you know, there's fear that is useful, like when we hear the, with that train sound of a tornado, or we hear on the radio or on our phones that some storm's coming and we have to prepare. So some fears are important for our survival. I always go back to that stellar teacher, Byron Katie, who says, when you hear something and it brings up fear, is it true? Is it really true? And that's always an interesting question to ask, isn't it? Because our minds are constructed, so we tend to grab on to more of the negativities than the positivities. And we can get into those negative ruts more easily than swinging out of them or creating more different neural connections. And the media knows this, don't they? Did you notice this week that anytime somebody in the last 2 weeks flubbed up on the something on the Olympic thing, the first thing on the phone was, who flubbed up? And it's like, you know what? That is just, why do they do that? Because they know. And I thought, I'm not clicking on any of that. They're not going to be able to track me on that. I thought it was so rude. So what does it take, then, to be fearless? What does it take to be a person who is unruffled no matter what? What does it take to be a person who's always the calm in the midst of the storm? What does that take? Do you have somebody like that in your life? Think about it. Maybe somebody in your family or your group of friends, some spouse just nudged one another. Luckily, there's one of those in the family, huh? Sometimes it's somebody in a spiritual community. It's useful to have a witness of someone who has mastered fear. And I happen to have a friend. She is 98. She had 9 kids. Her name is Lou Bruchette. And it doesn't matter. I happened to serve with her when I was back in the 90s when I was in Palm Springs. But it didn't matter what happened, who it happened to, what was going on. She remained unflappable no matter what. She's been a truth student for some 60 years. And what she knows is this. There is one power, one presence in the universe, God, period. And that presence, God or the God force or whatever your name for it, that God force is always showing us the way. What we do know is what we give our time, our attention, our feeling, our speech to manifests. It's a law. And so we always have to mind our mind. Romans 12:2, do not be conformed to this world as it appears now, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, most of us probably have enjoyed some of the Olympics this last couple weeks. And, those athletes, they have singularly focused minds. They just want to be the best they can possibly be. And we watched incredible, magnificent, flawless feats and performances. As we listened to some of the interviews, though, it reminded us of those thousands of hours of practice, of blood, of sweat, of tears they put into being the creme de la creme, the best in the world. It's their life. Some of them, they said, they started when they were toddlers, 2 and 3 years old. So, as the Olympics close today, What if we picked up that Olympic baton and decided to be spiritual Olympians of fearlessness? Why would we do that, first of all? Well, because we're New Thought thinkers, aren't we? And we're the ones that are bringing forth a kinder, gentler, more peace-filled world. It's up to us. We're the ones that are providing the scaffolding for the upliftment of consciousness on the planet. So it's really up to us to do the work. And we have to do it every moment, every hour, every day, right? Because that's what it takes to be a champion, doesn't it? It takes persistence and practice again and again and perseverance. So what would that look like to be a spiritual champion of fearlessness? And how would we do it? Well, first of all, we have to ask ourselves, when we hear about negativity, whether it's in the news or we hear something that we know is not true that the media is blasting, even if we disagree with it, we know we can't resist it because that's the same level of the problem. So we can't talk about it to our friends and say, oh, did you? We can't do that. And so, deep down, if you're a fighter and you really have a challenge with non-resistance, go online and read a free PDF. Read Imelda Shanklin's book called What Are You? And she has, I think, the most inspirational chapter on non-resistance. I think it's the last chapter in the book. I think she just got the download from Spirit. And it's about non-resistance. The book is What Are You? It's a free PDF online. So instead of going against it, we have to go a different way, don't we? We must be, if we're going to do this, if we're really going to be spiritual Olympians of fearlessness, we have to be God-centered, and we have to be God-centered all the time. And that's who and what we are, aren't we? Aren't we? All right. So we want to call up whatever it is that we disagree with or whatever it is we disbelieve or any of the negativity. We want to call it up higher, whether it's the person, the people, the event, the place, whatever it is. We want to continually send it light and love. Charles Filmer, co-creator of Unity, wrote, "Love is a great force that dissolves all the opposers of true thought and thus smooths all the obstacles of life." And yes, that is what the world needs now. Love, sweet love, and more of it. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. Yeah. Oof. Because we know as we continue as an Olympian, persisting, persevering, practicing every day, if we consistently call everything up higher, absolutely everything, it will respond to us because we are the God force on the planet, aren't we? We are God's hands and feet and emails and voices. We are God. So, and as the Course in Miracles students know, let us not spend too much time on this reality the way it looks, because we know there is a greater reality. And so we can't argue with this reality as it appears, or let it capture too much of our attention on our electronic devices. Because then we're going to stay at that level of consciousness. And we're ready to move up to a higher level of consciousness. Is anyone ready to move up to a higher level of consciousness? Yeah, I think we all are. So what would we do if we really wanted to be a spiritual Olympian of fearlessness? Well, first of all, we have to kind of detox our minds for a little bit. We have to pull out the weeds that say, oh, I can't do this, or I'm too busy, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not powerful enough. No, we have to delve in and know and realize and be that second principle. We are part of God. We are that God essence on the planet. We have to remember that is why we're here now. So what we do is we cleanse any of those disbeliefs. We clear out the weeds, and then we lay some fertile ground, and that's the good suggestion of prayer meditation time as we continue to purify and cleanse our consciousness and really listen to that still small voice before we take action. To be fearless means we are faith-driven. We're believers. We keep on keeping on. We know. We persist. We believe and we know that the light is always stronger than the dark. We know there's one power and there is one presence. Error or evil does not exist in the absolute. And of course, because we have free will, there's plenty of error on the consciousness. Have we seen enough of it? Yeah, I think we have. And as more of it is exposed, we remember it's all coming up for healing, for a total cleansing. So we remember many of the passages of the gospel if we doubt ourselves and who we are. Whatever you ask for in prayer, you are answered. I am with you. You are protected. So that means don't be afraid to stand for your truth or stand out for your truth if necessary. Ye are God's. So we all have the power, and it is for us to use and create. Fearlessness means we remember all things are possible. Absolutely everything is possible with God. And it's not I, but the Christ within that does the work. So if we take on that cloak of I am consciousness and we prepare that fertile soil for our consciousness through our prayer and meditation, and we listen to that still small voice, we can be real creators of this new earth. And we can set the intention to be spiritual Olympians of fearlessness. We can do it simply. We can set the alarm in the morning a little bit, 15 minutes earlier. Just picture the day and picture you being a spiritual Olympian. Picture all your interactions going beautifully, all your meetings going beautifully, and picture yourself empowered with that I am Christ consciousness. And we can be innovators and real creators, and it's not going to happen with our thinking mind. So you remember the story. It's in the Gospels of Luke and John of the disciples fishing and grumbling as fisher people do when they don't catch anything. Yep. And the nets were on the left side of the boat. That represents our logical mind, our thinking mind. And Jesus said, no, don't put the nets on the left side of the boat. Put the nets on the right side of the boat. Your intuitive mind, your listening mind, your creative mind. Put it there. And they did, and then there was a supply of fish, which represents ideas and supply of abundant ideas. So metaphysically, the right side is always the side of truth, the side of power. Wherever you are, the nets are filled with ideas because you're in touch with the infinite storehouse of wisdom when we're using the right side of our mind, when we're in the quiet, when we're not listening to anything else, when we're pulling weeds in the garden, when we're cleaning the garage or washing the kitchen floor or doing whatever we're doing. Fish represent ideas. Jews just use the example of fish often because it represents the inexhaustible, everywhere present supply. So we can do this. We set an intention to be a spiritual athlete of fearlessness, then we wait on guidance as to what we're to do. Then we act on that guidance. We don't say, oh, I don't know, I don't think I should do this. No, we actually act on the guidance. So it's a simple process, and it's going to require courage. So thinking about taking on being a spiritual athlete of fearlessness is a simple idea, but it's going to take constant discipline to be a disciple, to possess the spiritual athleticism of Olympian caliber. So are we going to fall off track some days? You bet. I do. And we bring ourselves back. We bring ourselves back to the mat or back to the work. So today is August 8th. It is said to be one of the luckiest days of the year. Did you know that? How many people know that? Look it up on the web. Yeah. So it has something to do with the Lionsgate portal and the Star of Sirius. And it's a portal that is bringing a window of opportunity, and this is what it says, where we can set intentions, embrace abundance, create new beginnings, and get this. It is said to be an extra ripe time for spiritually leveling up. Okay, so if one of your intentions this lifetime is to live from your full divinity, I invite you to pick up that Olympic baton today on this mystical day of August 8th and begin. And I'm going to set the stage right now as we go into meditation, because in this meditation, as we relax, we're going to pick the sport that we're best at. I know there's somebody here that has the sport of enthusiasm and joy. And the sport can be anything. It can be love. It can be forgiveness. It can be a bringer of peace. It can be non-attachment. It can be racial justice. It can be generosity, kindness, patience, whatever you want. So we're going to go into meditation now. And as we do, we're going to take a full deep breath. And those of you that are accustomed to holding it at the top, I encourage you to hold your breath at the top for a little bit. as we exhale fully, we let all the breath out. And we breathe in another 1 or 2 full 4-part deep breaths, filling our lower stomach, lower chest, upper chest cavity. And we hold it if you're accustomed to doing so. And as we're relaxed and our mind is open, the Holy Spirit is bringing us that gift, that virtue, that best piece, or one of the best pieces of who we are, to be a Olympian spiritual champion of fearlessness. Because we are the light and the love of the world. And as each of us persists, we change the world. So let us pause for a minute here and listen. And as we gently and easily bring our attention, our awareness back to this time and place, maybe we receive the gift, maybe it will come later today or in dream time or sometime tomorrow. But I know I see the Christ in you doing the work and being those Olympian champions of spiritual fearlessness. Namaste.
Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
Feeling my strength as an Olympian. Thank you, Reverend Oh, there I go. Okay. So, this is our time for our love offering. So I want you to remember that we have various ways that we can give here. One of them is by your smartphone and by texting, Maestro?
540-418-1228. Text now.
We have another download. You can do it by Tidely. And they still accept cash and checks in the back of the room. So as you leave, if you care to leave a donation, there's a donation basket back there. So if you would join me in our offertory blessing, and it is here on the screen, together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over.
that was a fantastic talk. Wasn't that incredible? We had a previous discussion, and I don't remember who was talking, but they said that the opposite of love is not hate, the opposite of love is fear, right? So, and it's a choice. We can choose fear, we can choose hate, we can choose love. I choose love, right? I've got something for everybody here. It's a deck of cards. Hold on, it's my back pocket. Here it is. It's a deck of cards, and each one says love. Is my love to you. You ready? Ready?
Yeah, everybody grab the card. Get it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you feel it? Yeah. See tears, I see a choice. What is it? Love or fear? What do you choose? I can see peace, and I can see war. I can see sunshine, or I can see a storm. What do you choose? Now I choose to live with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. Choose love. I can see sharing, or I can see greed. I can see caring, or poverty. Yeah. I can see gardens, or I can see bombs. I can see life or death coming on strong. What do we choose? Now I choose to live with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to live the whole world crying with the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love.
Nick Flores.
I see us healing, the darkness dying. I see us dawning as one world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? We choose. You know it, right? Yeah. Choose to live with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying. And I choose to feel that one voice rising. And I choose to feel us all united.
in the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love.
Sing it out.
I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
Boy Black, everybody. Give him some love.
That is Unity Renaissance House Band.
Oh, yeah.
How about a special hand for our newest member, Brother Aiden Hamilton on guitar.
I mean, this is becoming a habit every Sunday. This is becoming really a joyful habit, too. It's good. Thank you.
Our Olympian music team. Awesome.
So we want to first welcome everyone that's new today. We have a gift. If this is your first, second, or third time here, all you need to do is hold up your hand and up 1, 2, or 3 fingers, and we have a little package for you to take home with yourself. We have one here. That's okay. We're not going to ask you to say anything. Just hold up your hand and receive. Just be open to receive.
It's a different bag if you're 1, 2, or 3, so that's important.
Yeah.
Reverend Marge, you too.
Ooh, this is your first.
Yeah,
Is this your first? Oh, yeah. There you go. First time. That's awesome.
Okay. Thank you for that wonderful talk. We enjoyed it.
It's amazing.
Yes.
So sizzling summer Sundays are upon us. So awesome fellowship and great impetus to get together. Today after the service, our Board of Trustees will be serving ice cream. So it's Ice Cream Sunday. Woo! You know, next week it's going to be Hawaiian treat served by the Unity Sisterhood. So plan to stick around after the service and enjoy some delectable, delightful treats.
There's a workshop coming up with we need to, the weight detox.
There it is.
Oh.
There it is.
Are we back? Okay, the weight loss detox, letting go of what doesn't serve you with Dr. Janine Letts. This is coming up on August 21st at 10 a.m. I can't see that far back, so I go this way. And for more information, you can register online, but there's a new app in town, right?
Ooh, so you can use the cool new Unity Renaissance app to register for that class or other classes. You can get notifications about different events. You can see, what great things are happening. You can listen to the current service. You can find the recordings for prior services. And I downloaded it yesterday and got to play around with it. It was super awesome. So you can actually, like with the prior services, you can decide to listen to the whole service and get all the awesome music, or if you just have time, shorter amount of time, you can choose to just listen to the talk. So that's a cool feature. Also there's links, I believe, to Empower Music, so you get to listen to music and you can search and sort by your favorite artists. So I did that yesterday. It's a really cool app and it's free. All you need to do is go to your app store and download it.
Okay, and so is it now time for the children?
No, we have more. We have more.
School supplies.
Yes,
Sorry.
we got a couple more.
Unity Renaissance supports Thurgood Marshall Elementary School here in Chesapeake. And every year we donate school supplies for these children. We've been doing it regularly, and there will be a box again this year out in the narthex where you can bring school supplies, and there's a list of things that they would appreciate. And so feel free. For the month of August, we are donating to that elementary school. It's always a help. They can use everything that they get from us. So if you feel so moved, please bring some things to put into that box as our donation from Unity Renaissance. Thank you for that.
And I believe this weekend may be the school tax-free weekend. So if you get school supplies, you don't have to pay taxes. So if you're thinking about doing this, it's a great weekend to go shopping for this. So just thought I'd have that in there. You know, Unity Yoga with Katie Cook is going to be starting on Tuesdays at 5:30, starting on the 24th of August. It's going to work on align mind, body, and spirit with body movement, with breath, and with mind focus to put it all together. I'm told that it's good for beginners. It is also good for people who, you know, have practiced yoga before, so all are welcome. $10 suggested love offering, but no one will be turned away. So that starts on the 24th of August. You can sign up and pay on the app if you'd like. So there you go. Thank you, Richard.
Okay. Now is it time for the children?
I believe so. Yeah, I think we get the kids now.
We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking, walking. We are walking, walking. We are walking in the light of God. Walking, we are walking, walking, we are walking in the light of God.
Hi, everybody, look at all the people in the audience. Everybody, wave and say hi. Hi, there we go. Isn't that nice? We've got a couple of kids up here who want to tell you what they were doing today in class. Sienna, would you like to go first? You're in the elementary class, right? Okay, you know how to hold the mic. Go ahead and do that.
If you don't forgive someone, then you will just feel heavy inside. If you forgive, then you will feel light.
Yeah. Nicely done. Gavin, you wanted to talk? You know you're allowed to come away from the wall, you guys. Come on up, Zoe. Come on up. Steph, would you let Adler scoot over and let Gavin come through? I know. The last couple of years, they've seen the high schoolers do that, so now they've decided to do it. So Gavin's in our middle school, our Unity class.
Today, I learned that the most powerful words in the English language are I am.
Thank you very much. And is that it for our gang? Miss Ardell, we can do the prayer for protection and the peace song? Would you join us for the prayer for protection and the peace song? Ready? Sorry.
Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let there